If you're tired of having to constantly chop up your food for like soups, salsas, coleslaws, etc., then you might want to consider checking out this 13-cup food processor from Cuisinart. And on the top here, this is where you add your food in there. It does have 3 adjustable sizes. So what you can do is just take this top off if you need a bigger size, and then you could use this as like a pusher. So if you're trying to put food in here, you can push it down. And then if you want an even bigger size, you can take this off. And then lastly, if you want an even bigger size, so on the back, there's this button right here. You could pull this back, and then I could take this whole cup out even. And then you can see it's quite large. So if I wanted to just like stuff some cabbage in here or stuff like that, I can do a lot bigger portions with this size. Next is the cup itself. So there is a 4-cup that you could put on top, and then the whole thing down here is 13 cups, all right? But what you can do is you would twist this like this over here to the side, and then you could take the top off. So everything pretty much locks in place here. And then you can see this is the 4-cup option that I was telling you about. So it does have its own blade in there. So if I just wanted to do like some salsa real quick or something, I could just throw my food in there, put the lid on, and start processing. I don't need like the big old 13-cup. But again, this can come out too. So I can go ahead and pop out the blade, pop out the top there, and then I have a 13-cup food processor right here with its own separate blade on the bottom, as you can see. Now on the base itself, let me go ahead and show you some of the different options here. So you have mix, so you can go ahead and press that. It'll start just going on its own. You have low, you have high, and then you have pulse/stop. So you can click this to stop it, or if you just want to pulse and give it like a little extra go, a little extra juice to get a couple little chops in, you can go ahead and pulse it with this one. And these are just like little buttons you could just push down like this. So really easy to press, really easy to use. Besides the processing blades, you're also gonna get these 2 attachments. So this one, if you want to cut things finer or larger, you can flip it over. So it is reversible. One's gonna cut more fine. So if you're doing something like shredded lettuce or shredded like vegetables, something like that, you can choose how thick or thin you want it. Now this attachment right here is like a slicer, so you can see the blade right here. And then if I turn it over, you're gonna see there's like this dial, so you can actually twist this on the bottom to adjust the thickness of your cut. So if you want like a thicker cut or a thinner cut, you can just go ahead and spin this dial here to adjust that. Lastly, the cable on the back of this can just be pushed into the processor like this. So it makes it really easy to store. You don't have like this big old cable hanging out. Like you just keep pushing it in like that until it's all the way in. So again, if you're tired of having to chop everything and hand slicing it, it's just kind of getting annoying and taking too much time, well then you might want to consider this food processor. This is a really good one right here with lots of attachments, and it's very convenient to use, and so I would recommend it.